Here are some examples by past students. We will be taking our inspiration for this piece from the artist Janet Fish. First of all, draw the bottle as if it's completely flat. Remember, it's a symmetrical image, so it's best to start off by drawing a vertical line down the centre. Then mark off horizontal lines for the bottom, for the top, for the lid, maybe for the start of the label, and for the shoulders of the bottle and the neck of the bottle. Next thing you need to do is add in the curves. Once you've got the shape correct, rub out any construction lines. Now I'm going to add the second bottle. As you can see, I measure some key points on the bottle. Then I join up those points. There is a lot of detail on the label in the photograph, but I can only make out some of what it is. So I'm going to just draw what I can see. Draw the shapes of the highlights on the bottle and then draw the boundaries of the other various tones that you see, mid-tones and the darker tones. When you start to paint, mix the colour with a large quantity of water so that the colour is very light and that you're able to see through it. Do not paint over the areas that you've marked as highlights. Use the lid of your paint palette to mix your colours. You'll get better colours if you are mixing them rather than using them straight out of the palette. Slowly add darker and darker tones so you build up the detail on your bottle. When you want your colours to be darker, just use less water. You may use a paper towel to dry out your brush before dipping it back into the paint that you have mixed in your lid. Do not use black to mix your colours and make them darker. It's better if you add darker colours like purple or dark blue, bluish grey tones will work better. In this painting, I have not used any black. I don't even have a black in my paint palette. The label is very dark and I'm adding some detail here, but I know that I'm going to be going over quite a bit of it with a darker brown colour afterwards, as you can't really make out all that detail. When painting around the text, I'm just trying to leave some little bits of white areas showing through. Add a neutral colour for your background. This could be a grey, a brown or a beige colour. Don't forget to include the shadows. Now I'm going to do the same thing again with the second bottle. So I'm starting off with the lightest colours and just using them more concentrated or adding different shades of red or orange to the mix. And here's the finished piece. Still a bit wet, as you can see it's quite bumpy, but it should flatten out a bit once it's dry.